Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This one's actually so much better than the past two. I know it sounds like I went irate at Warface and the community managers and stuff, but I actually got a message today from somebody at Warface whose name is Pask, and he messaged hello, and then he sent me a link to the Battle Pass coming for Nintendo Switch. He said, sorry, technically you are right about not getting back to you in a while because we have spoken in the past. The things happening around here eat quite a bulk of our time, and we worked hard to support it all, including 2 Battle Passes. One for PS4, Xbox, and one for Switch. So obviously, PS4 and Xbox is the same, the Switch is separate. That's understandable. I hope the peak of crunches is already behind us, and we'll get back to normal on our normal communication with the players. And then there's the Battle Pass link, which he did. He put, I mean, I'm not trying to defend / justify ourselves here in any way. We have anyway been unresponsive recently. Now, I did ask Pask if I could do an interview with him. Now, I wanted to do an interview voice to voice and ask him a bunch of questions about certain things that's going on and like community wise, just all the questions you guys have asked and stuff. Unfortunately, he said it's not possible to do it right now. So I typed the messages out and he said he will answer them, and he did. Now I waited for a little while and he got back to me, and you're going to see it on the screen. There's a lot of there's a lot of typing here, so the questions are going to be answered. I'm going to read the questions and the answers so you guys know what questions being answered and everything. So the question was, why is it we haven't had anything new in the shop for the past month? It's the same guns and boxes don't change. And he answered, we are trying to gradually improve the overall power of the weapons, and we don't want to change the meta drastically. This explains the slow pace of changes in the shop. We don't want to just roll out some guns that will ruin the current meta for everyone. Now, I do understand this, okay? I really do. I'm not justifying what they're doing. I'm just thinking the longer we wait for the SIG MPX, the better. Now, people on Switch haven't had the SIG MPX yet. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are looking forward to getting it just to piss everybody off, but that's what I think they mean about drastically changing the meta. Because they know if they release the SIG MPX, the meta is going to change. It's going to be SIG MPX. That's it. That's all you're going to see. But hopefully this does mean more weapons are coming in soon, because people are mad. I'm mad. Second question was, why are we still missing so many maps, game modes, and weapons? And he put, we will gradually unlock all maps once we optimize them for Switch. And the only game mode currently missing is Bag and Tag. We can try and introduce it in the beginning of June, like next week, if we test it enough on Switch. I think that's a good idea. My main issue with Bag and Tag is the maps should be free for all maps, and the maps for Bag and Tag should be like a really hectic team deathmatch. Because if you didn't already know, the Bag and Tag maps are triple the size of a team deathmatch map, and Bag and Tag is literally just kill confirmed. So the next one really affected a lot of people, which is, why is it we don't have region locked ranked? Playing against Chinese players, giving us and them 1 bars is really stressful. The reason I asked that is because there's a lot of people who play ranked who get paired with people way outside, other side of the world, and they end up having a horrible time. And he put, this will be partly fixed with the new netcode system planned to be introduced in June. No current ETA for region lock, but it is there. So we are getting a region lock for ranked. Hell yes, dude. New netcode system as well. They literally just hinted right there. We're getting new netcode. That means new hit detection. Hell yeah. Question, it feels like the Switch is the least handled and just a cash grab on a market that hasn't got any other shooters. Do you treat Switch like PC and other consoles, or is PC the main focus? And he answered, we love all our Warface versions equally and all our platforms equally. Sometimes we need to pay attention to some of them more than others. That is why you might feel ignored or forsaken for some time, but this is only related to the external communication. We can be either responsive or not responsive. You should be responsive. Internally, we have separate teams working on their own projects, so there really can't be any priorities. Now, I think that's a good thing, but I don't think you should just be like, oh, shit, let's just give up this one and go do this one real quick. I think there should be a guaranteed team set to each purpose, and you should always be responsive with your community, because it's mainly the community that provide the feedback on what improves the game and what's wrong with the game. It's a lot of it's good. The next question is, when are we going to be able to directly purchase Mega VIP instead of just through the Battle Pass? Now, because a lot of you on Xbox and PS4 don't know, we can't buy VIP. We only get the 15%. We can't buy regular VIP, and we can't buy Mega VIP. It's only available through the Battle Pass, and yeah, it's not... A lot of people think it's annoying because leveling up vendor weapons and stuff is very, very long, and some people don't have time for that. So, he answered, Mega VIP, obtainable only via Battle Pass activities, reduce the general number of Mega VIPs available for players. It is needed to control the speed of leveling up so that players' ranks in-game currency would be mostly based on their playtime, not on the boosters sold. I understand this, but when you don't have boosters that can help people repair their weapons, that's going to start a problem, because there are a lot of people that complain they don't have enough Warface dollars to repair their equipment. I've never ran into that problem, but a lot of people do complain about that, and that's why they mainly want the boosters. It's for the Warface dollars and the vendor points, not for the XP. Leveling up, I don't mind taking ages to level up, because that'll come in its own time. I love playing the game. I play the game a lot, so I'll do that. But when it comes to Warface dollars and vendor points, that's the stepping point of, hey, we can deal with this, to, hey, I can't repair my gun. Now, this is a question that I did mention. This was my own personal grief, and why does the Battle Pass rewards just end up being one new gun and the rest are reskinned vendor weapons? Now, if you don't know what vendor weapons are, they're free. You unlock them by playing the game. Then you put, yet the weapons, armor, and skins will remain unique for Battle Pass owners for quite a long period of time. So, all Battle Pass weapons, armors, and skins will be purchasable in the future. They're not permanently tied to, hey, you played in Season 1, you can keep this and no one else can get it. So, he put, besides, we need to balance players who grind a lot and players who casually launch Warface to play a couple of matches. We would like the majority of our players to get an opportunity to get these rewards if they have the Battle Pass. Now, I do understand that. To be fair, I think that's a very good answer, because some people don't play as much as other people. I know people that have nearly over 1,000 hours on the Switch version, and I know people that only have like 10. They don't play a lot. They only play a couple times, and with the Battle Pass, they can actually get access to vendor weapons a lot easier than just leveling up the vendor. I kind of do understand that. And the next one was, why are ranked rewards the same or trash? We had a skin for Season 1, and then you guys gave it away for free. We don't get something special for Ranked 1. Why don't we get something special for Ranked 1? And he put, according to our analysis and estimations, players who are competitive and ranked usually want to get a special challenge card available only during ranked seasons. I'm guessing that's the banners. We would also like to avoid the situations when strong players become even stronger each season, getting best guns, whereas melee and secondary weapons do not influence the overall meta that much. I do understand that, but playing for a melee weapon or a secondary weapon doesn't really give people the motivation to get to rank 1, because they're like, oh, what's the rank 1 of this season? Oh, it's a knife? Yay. I can't wait to get that. I'm not saying you should give guns at rank 1. I will never ever say you should give guns at rank 1. The one thing I do say, which would get a lot of people going, is give like a unique skinned karambit knife or a unique skinned weapon, like that has rank 1 or a really cool graphic design that shows you've played that and you've gotten that far and you want to show that off to people. No one's going in a team deathmatch and it's like, hey, look at my shovel, or hey, look at my Luger. I mean, I know I've shot people with it, but no one does that. So I do kind of understand that. The next thing is, why haven't we heard anything new about crossplay? A lot of people have asked about crossplay because PS4 players say they're the best, Xbox players say they're amazing, Switch players are like, hi, we're just playing for fun. But everyone wants to know when crossplay is coming. Unfortunately, there's no news. Yeah, he mentioned it is planned for autumn, but no news really. And then the next one was kind of a personal grief for me. The game runs at 40 FPS, which is an odd frame per second, in my opinion, for a game. It's normally 30, 60, and then PC's like 144. Oh god, I actually burped. Professional. So I put, any news on 60 FPS due to other games now fully able to hit 60, like Paladins in Diablo 3. He's put, this is something we don't have an answer on yet. We'll need to investigate it first. And that was all the questions that I had at the time when I actually was talking. I am going to keep in contact with the CM and everything to make sure everything goes according to like plan, or if anything's changing. If anything does change and like other things happen, I will definitely make a video because I want you guys to always stay up to date on Warface and stuff that you want to stay in touch with. Now, am I satisfied with every single answer? No, but they do have some pretty good answers. Like they've understood, they haven't been communicating, and they're going to, which is the biggest thing for me, is when a developer keeps in contact with the player base and then they know. To me, that's just what you need to have a successful game, is a community working with the developers team to making sure the community stays and they pass it on to other people. And the other one is about the whole crossplay. Now you guys know it's coming autumn, so that's pretty nice. The battle pass, it's for people that don't have a lot of time and don't just play the game casually and stuff. I think that's a pretty okay response, but for the people that do play a lot, you're kind of getting shafted. The game modes and maps and weapons, they are coming. They're just being optimized for Switch. Bag and tag can be introduced like next week if they test it enough. And the main thing was the whole shop issue about it being the same guns. They don't want to destroy the game by releasing one disgustingly overpowered piece of shit like the MPX. I kind of understand that, but you can just squeeze in some other guns, you know? I do appreciate... I never thought that they'd get back to me. I never thought that my video would have such an impact where they would need to step out. I mean, a lot of people have said, hey, Ross, I like how you released a video like complaining about all this, then suddenly they released the battle pass information. And I'm like, but it wasn't me. If it was, then that's pretty nutty, but I really don't think it was me. So that's going to stay out there. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask the community manager or anything, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will ask them and maybe post an update video if you guys would like that in maybe a week or two. But everything should be going back to normal tomorrow for my YouTube channel. No more complaining and bitching and everything. I hope this was satisfactory. And I want to say thank you to the Warface team and Pask for getting in touch and explaining things. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one.